looking to try something really different and delicious, or you just love Vietnamese food, Pho Viet has you covered. Jamie, we're so excited to be here.
Thank you. We're excited to have you.
Well, thanks a lot. So what are we preparing today?
So we're going to make a traditional dish called Un Thịt Nướng Chai Yaw in Vietnamese. What it translates to is a rice vermicelli dish with grilled pork and egg rolls.
That sounds so good. All right, I guess we can get started.
Sure.
Right.
So we're going to start by making the filling for the egg rolls. So you're going to want to start with about half a pound-ish of ground pork. And then we're going to mix in a little bit of chopped shrimp. And then this is a little bit of carrots and taro. Traditionally, it's a starchy vegetable, but you can substitute with cabbage if need be, if you can't find taro.
All right, sounds good.
And then we have some white onion, a little bit of cilantro, and some spring onions or green onions.
All right.
And that can all go in. And then we're gonna season it a little bit. This is some sugar, so about half a teaspoon. And then a little bit of powdered MSG, and then also half a teaspoon. Mm-hmm. And then some salt.
Now, how many egg rolls would this get, or how many servings?
This would make, I would say, about 6.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
great.
But you can always bulk up the recipe
Right,
if need
right.
be. And it's really easy to make more.
Okay.
And then garlic powder and black pepper.
Like a salad almost.
Yeah, exactly. And then you want to mix it together. The easiest way to do this is just with your
Sure.
hands, I would say.
Yep.
And then you just want to do it until it's well combined.
All right, sounds good.
And that should be good. Just make sure the meat mostly is what gets mixed.
Yeah, you don't want a big clump of
Exactly.
it, right? Yeah.
So once you get it well combined, you're going to want to get an egg roll wrapper. These are the kind that we normally use. Mm-hmm. You just want to take one at a time.
They're pretty thin too, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are very thin. And sometimes they tear, but as long as you roll them well, it won't matter once
Right.
they're being fried.
It's like almost like a phyllo dough, really, right?
Yeah, very similar. And this is kind of tricky. It takes a little bit of practice to roll it correctly, but I would recommend having a thin line of your filling first at the corner, so go through the diagonal because it'll roll the best that way.
I see. Once you get the hang of it, it's probably pretty quick, right?
Yeah. We roll so many of these every day because they go in most of our dishes, so we have a lot of practice. So you just want to roll the corner, and then once you get to the middle, you can tuck in the ends.
Nice.
And then finish rolling almost all the way to the end. And then we're going to use a bit of a mixed egg to use as a binder for the end of the spring roll. So you just want to dip a little bit, and then it can go right on the end, and then you can finish rolling it all the way up. And there it is.
It's beautiful. Perfect.
Thank you. So before we fry the egg rolls, what we're going to do is we're going to marinate our pork. So this is a little bit of lemongrass with fried red onions in it and a little bit of salt and pepper. So that can go right into your pork. And then this is thinly sliced pork so that it picks up the marinade better.
Right.
Yep. And then you just want to get it coated. The longer you let it sit, the more flavorful it's going to be. But you can also cook it right away because the lemongrass is a really powerful flavor, so it will hold.
Okay.
So first we're gonna put the egg rolls in. You want a pot of oil, and then you want it on a medium-low heat because you wanna make sure that the inside gets cooked
True.
before the outside gets all crispy.
Gotcha.
And then while that's cooking, we can fry up the pork. So you wanna set it on medium-high heat,
Right.
and then you can put a little bit of oil in the pan to start.
So we're using vegetable oil.
Yes, vegetable
right?
oil.
All right.
And then we're gonna put the pork into the hot oil. It should sizzle a little bit.
Oh yeah, we have a nice sizzle going.
And it'll be very aromatic. That's how you know you got the marinade right.
Nice. Yeah, I like the way it's sliced so thin like that.
It'll cook really fast too, which is very nice.
Right. What's the most popular dish here?
I would say our soup, which is our pho, and it's simmered for a very, very long time, and there's a lot of steps.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a very traditional Vietnamese dish that's based off of like the noodles, and then there's normally beef and cilantro, spring onions,
Ooh,
raw
nice.
onions.
Lot
Yeah.
goes into it. It's one of those like love soups that take forever.
Yes, it is. We simmer ours for at least 10 hours
Oh,
minimum.
wow.
And if you see the big pot,
Yes.
that's just freshly made beef soup.
Yeah, that's something that you don't want to make a small pot of.
Exactly.
Simmering it for 10 hours.
And that's about perfect for the meat. You want it a little bit golden and brown and crispy.
Yeah. So what's next, Jamie?
So you're gonna want to boil some rice noodles. Typically, this is the one that we use, but they come in a lot smaller packs. This is good for commercial use.
Right.
But it's any type of rice noodle will work. We prefer the thin stick ones. Though.
Okay.
So you're gonna want to start with your bowl and put some lettuce in it. So this is just shredded iceberg. It can go right at the bottom. And then you want to layer the noodles on top of it.
Oh, wow.
And then next we have the pork. It can go right on top of the noodles in just a small section. So here we just have some pickled carrots and daikon radish, and that can go right on the side.
Okay.
And then some cucumbers that are slivered. And then we're gonna cut our egg roll up and put it right on top. So normally we just cut it into 4 pieces, and you can cut them diagonally.
Great presentation.
Thank you. And then just some final garnishes. We do some fried like frizzled onions. And then we have a little bit of green onions. And then we top this all off with a little bit of fish sauce with chili paste in it. And you just pour it right over and then it's served.
Oh, it's magnificent, Jamie.
Thank
This is a
you.
great dish.
So we're in Bloomsburg. We're at 108 East Main Street, and we're open from 11 to 8 from Tuesday through Friday, and then 11 to 7 on Saturday and Sunday. We serve authentic Vietnamese food, including hoagies or banh mi, and then pho, as well as the rice vermicelli dishes that we showed you how to make, and a lot of bubble tea smoothies, as well as Vietnamese coffee. And we're open for dine-in and takeout.
Well, Jamie, thank you so much for having us here today. We really appreciate it.
Of course, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.